Now, welcome back, dear students. In this session, in continuation, I am going to let you know the incorporation of the company. So, for the incorporation, what is basically the incorporation of the company? Incorporation, the second stage of the company formation, or it is the registration of the company as body corporate in the Company Act 1956. So, for recognition as a legal entity separate from the members, once incorporated, association has all parts of the individual and is legally able to do the things, can be sued or be sued. So, it is the registration of the company, okay, as a body corporate, right? So, now what are the provisions as per the legal requirements for the incorporation of the company? Those are availability and the approval of the name. So, as per section 20 states, the companies can't be registered by the name which is, in the opinion of the central government, undesirable, affecting to the image of any person, or is in the personification or affecting the image or related to any image of any individual. So, company is identified by the name which is registered. Memorandum of association of the company should, according to section 13 of the Act, state the name of the company. So, this is your availability and the approval of name, right? So, registration. For the registration, the registrar of the company carefully scrutinizes the documents. The documents filled, if satisfied as per the compliance of the legal formalities, then enters the name of the company in the register. Filling of document is, that is important, the documents to be filled together, duly stamped, with necessary fees, filled with the registrar of the company for incorporation, which includes article of association, memorandum of association, and also includes the notice within the 30 days of the registration. So, not to be filled at the time of the registration. Along with this, the list of the directors, agreements, written consent of the directors that they agree to be the member of the organization of this company, right? Along with that, the stamp duty and the registration fees to be filled with these documents. So, these are the legal provisions of the company. So, these are the legal provisions, and accordingly the registrar scrutinize and find out if they are satisfied. On the basis of that, he or she issues the certificate to commence certificate of incorporation of the business. Then, if I talk about what are the stages of the formation of the company. So, the various stages of the corporation, of the formation of the company, those are promotion, incorporation, commencement of business, and capital subscription. So, these are the stages where we had already discussed about these stages, where I discussed about the stage of the promotion, I discussed about the incorporation which is required, right? And now the two are left, that is commencement of business and your capital subscription. So if anyone says that what is the remuneration of the promoters, definitely the remuneration is in the form of cash, commission, or in the terms of the commission on the purchase of the business. Now, commencement of business. As I told you about the incorporation. Now, commencement of business. For the commencement of business, the private companies required the commencement certificate of commencement, and whereas the public companies must obtain the certificate to commence business from the registrar before commence of business. Here, the registrar grant the certificates on the basis of the following things. On the basis of, firstly, finds the prospectus. What is the prospectus? What are the declarations in the prospectus? And on the basis of that, he or she issues the certificate. How much subscription is subscribed from the public, right? Then what is the qualification of the shares? How is the process of the return of the allotment is there, and what is the declaration at the moment of the issue of the shares. So on the basis of these grants, the issue of the certificate is taken place. The certificate, which certificate? The certificate of commencement of business. So certificate of commencement of business is taken place on the basis of these. If I talk about minimum subscription is where the public company, they can't make the allotment of shares unless the minimum subscription has been received. So the arrangement made for the act, for the safety of the interest of the shareholder is there basically, where the company is required to file a declaration with the minimum subscription in the form of a security receiving the cash. So this is not applicable to the private company. Qualification of shares is that is made compulsory for the directors of the public company, right? So these are the points which are very important for you to understand and to keep in your mind. So where certificate of commencement is, private company, they may commence the business immediately after obtaining the certificate of incorporation, whereas public company, they must obtain what? Certificate of commencement business from the registrar before commencing the business. Keep this thing in your mind. If I talk about certificate of incorporation, then that requires few documents to be filed with the registrar, and registrar, if get satisfied with the statutory requirements regarding the registration, then only on the basis of memorandum, association, article, association, prospectus or statement in lieu of prospectus, issue the certificate of incorporation. So these you people are supposed to keep in your mind, right? I hope this much is clear to you. If any point is still pending, yes, I think before winding up, let me tell you one thing. The difference in your private company and your public company. Private company is the private limited company, the company which is having the minimum paid up capital of 1 lakh or higher than that, right? And which is prescribed by the article of association, which restricts the right to transfer the shares, which limits the member to 50, 5050 only, right, which prohibits the invitation to the public. Done. So here minimum 2 members they join together till 50 members, they frame private company. So at the end what is written? PVT Limited, private limited. In case of the public company is that where one which is not private, where the members not restricted, which invites the public to subscribe the shares freely transferable. So here the minimum paid up capital is 5 lakh. So this will help you a lot to understand between the public company and the private company. If anyone talks with you about the holding company and subsidiary company, so holding company is which holds more than 50% of issued share capital, right? Subsidiary company is that which that if any holding company or a company deemed to be subsidiary, when any holding company controls the composition of board of directors, okay, or where the other company exercise or control more than half of the voting power. Done. So that is your subsidiary company. I hope you liked the session, and I tried at my level very best to explain each and every point very clearly and precisely. In case of any other point, if you like to discuss, you can discuss with me. I will support you, and I will provide more sessions on the company law as well as on the labor law. So in the next session, see you with the another topic. Please like and subscribe to these sessions so that we can contribute towards the best quality. Thank you and good luck for your exams.